I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The former Ohio State Buckeye, Dwayne Haskins, ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
Had the numbers
20 stats, 1 touchdown. Jesus.
Come out with 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Now somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Draw play, it's Eckler. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Marlon Humphrey. Come on, boy. Haskins pass. Intercepted.
The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Kenyon Drake.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
From the gun, Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Reuben Foster picks it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
They'll take over 1st down.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. Fielded at the 33. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
The last few seasons has almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
Talk about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25 yards.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7, Washington 0.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Down Washington.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25.
Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company.
Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they say.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. He'll get this to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and 9 from the 44. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for his
that might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. It's Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's got Fitzgerald. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Forced out to his left. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number
Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop.
And that's caught at the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So we have reached halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Washington 14.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Christian Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage that time by Aaron Colvin. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Murray now on first down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
46-yard line.
Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Thomas Davis.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 35-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Washington.
Haskins will throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a game.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Haskins on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jordan Phillips able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now Haskins, third and long. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. He starts by handing this off to Drake. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Drake, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's the end of
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Cardinals 28, Washington 14.
Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
At the 42-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to Drake. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 34. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. From the gun, Murray. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Foster. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 9. Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it.
Murray on the keeper.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
46-yard line.
Now on first down, Drake again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll air this one out for... It's caught inside the 25. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground with Drake. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And able to find Kirk complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Pickup of 2.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try again with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25.
The Washington offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 16 yards, a 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Haskins going to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Haskins back to the air. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Cards, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home.